my Beauties Big Sister channel. I haven't done a Q&A in so long. I mean, I feel like I've only ever done one Q&A and that was like on Christmas Day. So anyway, I put out on Twitter and Instagram, please ask me questions and I'm going to answer them all in a video. So without further ado, let's find out a whole lot more about me. Now I haven't really properly read through all the questions, so I'm really hoping there's some juicy questions that I can answer. Nini said, if you can, please tell us 3 random facts that we don't know about you. So I am going to do the 50 facts about me video, so that's going to be coming at some point. But 3 random facts about me. I talk in my sleep. That's not fun. I always get scared because you don't know what you're saying when you're asleep. So I danced in the British Ballroom Championships at the Blackwall Tower. I have an addiction to dark chocolate digestive biscuits. Like, I eat them every single day, like every day. I am obsessed. If I have a cup of tea, all I can think about is dark chocolate digestive biscuits. Lauren said, is it hard what you do doing videos? I love beauty, it's my favourite hobby. I wish I could do what you do. I mean, I am so lucky. I'm literally the luckiest girl in the world that I get to play with makeup for my job. That's insane. It's definitely not easy. I think some people just have it in their head that when you're a blogger or a YouTuber, all you do is just laze around, you're really lazy, you film a couple of videos and that's it. I mean, honestly, I've never been busier than when I quit my old job because I have my own business. Like, being in charge of your own business is a really big thing, and there is so much admin and accounts. You have to meet all your deadlines and negotiate contracts and jobs and fees, be on top of all your emails, and then on top of that, just doing all your work. So filming all your videos, filming all your Instagram content. But it's not like I just sit down and I'm like, oh, I'm going to film this today. Everything is planned out, everything is thought through. I don't just film videos for the sake of it. I always do it because it is part of my plan for that month to film that video or to take that picture. So it's definitely a lot harder than people think. So Cassie Rose said, what motivates you to be the best you can be professionally and a good person? I think what motivates me the most is when you've worked so hard, then you see the rewards. Like, I get lovely messages from you guys and support from you, or whether it's an amazing job or an amazing campaign on a photo shoot. Like, that's what motivates me, because I'm like, the harder I work, the more benefits I'm going to get out of this. To just be a good person, I mean, I love making people happy, I love making people smile, so that's motivation to just be a good person. I have a gorgeous video message from Floor, so let's listen to this.
Hi babe, how are you? If you have to describe yourself in 3 words, what would you say, and what is your favorite childhood memory? Hope you're having a lovely day. Love you so much.
Oh, I love you. Thank you so much for sending that video message. Okay, so let me think what you just said. How would I describe myself in 3 words? Oh wow, what did I just do with my hair? This is hard. It's hard to talk about yourself, isn't it? I would say I am loving, ambitious, because I'm just really dedicated to what I want to do. I've always had it in my mind, my vision, and I've always just gone for it. So I would say that I am an ambitious person. And then I would actually say that the last thing I am is sensitive. Now, I don't know if that's just a really random thing to say, because it can come across as a negative attribute to someone, but I really like that I'm sensitive, because I feel things very deeply, I love very deeply, and I care a lot. I'm not a person that can just shrug things off and not care and get over it. If I'm upset about something, if I'm worried about something, I have to deal with it there and then, and I have to talk about it. And I'm a very open person. I like to talk things through with people, and I tell the people closest to me everything. I just don't see it as a bad thing. I feel like the fact that I'm sensitive is a good thing for me, and I like that I can express my feelings and feel everything so deeply. That just got really deep. And then my favourite childhood memory, I mean, I have got the worst memory in the whole entire world. Some of my favourites would have to be with my nan and granddad and their dog Bobby, because he grew up with us. Even now I feel like I'm gonna cry about Bobby. Like literally I love that dog so much, and I feel like some of my best childhood memories are with Bobby there. Just having an ice cream with my nan and granddad and Bobby, or walking around the block with my granddad. He always used to keep a stash of Humbug mints in his coat pocket, and he'd always sneak me one when we went to walk Bobby around the block. Like, don't tell Nan because she'll be angry. And going to Disneyland with my family, because that will always stay in my mind. I mean, what an amazing holiday. It will always be one of the best holidays ever for me. Just going on the Tower of Terror, crying my eyes out because I was so scared. But also going on the teacups and seeing my dad nearly throw up. Oh, and having tea with, I think it was Eeyore and like Winnie the Pooh. Oh, I love Disney so much. I so want to go back. Flor also said, what was the first concert you went to? And I think it was actually Usher. I think that was my first concert that I went to, and I was obsessed with him. I had a poster of Usher on my bedroom door. There you go, that's a fun fact. Vanessa said you have some Latin America fans. Hi! So do you know some words in Spanish or Portuguese? Would you like to visit any of these countries? I mean, I'm going to Spain 3 times this year, so I'm very excited for that. I did take Spanish at GCSE and I got a grade A, which I was so proud of, and I loved practicing Spanish, but honestly I've forgotten everything. So that's one of my New Year's resolutions, is to learn Spanish this year. I mean, so I can't honestly just string a sentence together now, but hola bonita Vanessa. Vanessa said, do you have any ritual before you go live with QVC? Do you usually get nervous? Honestly, I just don't get nervous anymore because I've done it so much, so I don't get nervous. A ritual, I mean, I'll normally just have a cup of tea because that just chills me out. I always spritz some perfume, and I put that OPI Pro Spa oil on my nails and cuticles because it always makes it look like really shiny. What has been the scariest moment of your whole life? Scariest moment? I think the scariest moment was an experience that I don't really want to talk about, but in my previous relationship he was in an accident, and being in intensive care and seeing what I saw, that was definitely the scariest moment of my life, and it's definitely given me a fear of fire. So I don't like being around candles, I don't like being around fire in general, because I've seen what it can do to people and how it can affect their lives. I feel like people just need to talk about the awareness of fire and what to do if you're ever in a fire, because I don't feel like many people know. So maybe that's a video I should do. Ellie has sent a few different questions. So my biggest pet peeve, I mean, I don't know what the definition of a pet peeve is, but the thing that makes my whole body just like, oh, go like that, is when someone cleans their teeth. And I know that it's just like hygiene, you have to do it, but the sound of someone brushing their teeth, oh, like if it's on an advert or in a film, I'm like, no, mute it. Are you usually early or late to events? Yeah, I'm always late. I don't know why, but I'm always in a rush. I'm always late. I'm always like the mad woman with loads of bags, like rushing and sweating, while everyone else is just like wandering in all glam and stress-free. What place do you want to visit the most? Oh, that's a good one. I would love to go somewhere like really far, like Hawaii or the Caribbean, maybe like Jamaica or Barbados, somewhere like that. I'd love to go. Manon said, would you like to have a tattoo? Honestly, I'm too indecisive in my life, and I could never decide on what tattoo I'd want that I would be happy with for the rest of my life, so I don't think I'd ever have a tattoo. Intasar said, what would you like to achieve this year? I think my biggest goal that I want to achieve is to, one, grow our Beauties Big Sister family, concentrating on my Beauties Little Sisters. That's one main goal for me, and the other would be buying a house. So that is happening when the right house comes along. I'm literally like on Rightmove, like refresh, refresh, refresh. Sayida said, what is your favourite makeup brand, high-end and drugstore, both, and why? Why do you do this to me? This is so hard. Makeup brand, okay. High-end, I'm gonna have to say Bobbi Brown, because literally so much of my makeup bag is Bobbi Brown right now. Oh, I'm too indecisive. Drugstore, it's definitely a cross between L'Oreal and Rimmel, because they are brands that I've grown up with. They are brands that I've been using since I was little and can always rely on. We've got a video message from Evangelina in Greece.
Hi Daisy, a question for you is, do you prefer a cozy night in or a wild night out? Love you.
Oh, you're so cute! Love your piercing there, you're so cool. Okay, so a cozy night in or a wild night out. Now, it just depends on my mood. I mean, if I've had a really busy week and I'm shattered, if it's raining outside, like the weather affects my mood so much. All I will want to do is snuggle up with Sunny, get a takeaway, whether it's Chinese or Indian, and watch a good movie. That is like my idea of heaven. When I'm just tired and I don't have a lot of energy, that is the perfect night. But then if the sun is shining and I've got loads of energy, I so want to go out and party. I mean, I love going out clubbing. It's not something that I do so much now just because of growing up and getting busier and everyone's life getting busier. I definitely don't go to clubs as much as I used to. I mean, I love when it's sunny, just going out during the day and going to a nice bar and having drinks, and if there's music there, that's my perfect day. But yeah, it just depends, like going out for dinner and drinks I love, but I do love a sing and a dance. Like mine and Sunny's ideal night when we go out, if we've had a dance, we know it's been a good night. Lindsay tweeted, what was your first experience in the beauty industry, and was that the moment you knew that this was what you wanted to do? Well, when I started I was 15. Blogging wasn't a thing. YouTube makeup tutorials wasn't really a thing. I actually wanted to work in fashion, so that's how I started off interning at magazines, and then it was from my first proper job, like a full-time job rather than freelance or whatever, and that was for Superdrug's beauty magazine that I started to fall in love with beauty even more. So yeah, that's how it all come about. Annie said, how is it being self-employed? What are the best and worst parts of it compared to working for someone else? The best part of working for yourself is just not having anyone to answer to, not having to explain anything to anyone, not having to call in sick if you're ill, not having to go into an office and just company politics. There is so many reasons why I love working for myself, because as much as I had really nice times working in an office and working for a company, I had some really down low times as well through basically bullying in the workplace. So it's so nice that I don't have anyone belittling me or patronising me or just making me feel crap anymore. The worst thing about being self-employed is just having to do your tax return. That's a lot, and keeping on top of all your accounts and all your invoices and chasing for your payments and not getting paid on a certain date every month. And also you've just got to be really motivated in yourself, because there's no one to nag at you or chase you up on what you're doing. So that's probably the worst thing. Lovely Lauren said, when are you coming to do a meetup in LA, girl? I have literally just booked my flights to LA. So I'm only going to be there for 3 nights, so I don't have a lot of time. So please do let me know if you're from LA in the comments below, and if there's enough of us, I will try and organise a meetup. But please let me know like where would be good to meet in LA, because I literally have no clue. That's exciting though. I'm so excited to come to LA. And she also said, who is the most famous celeb you've ever met? I mean, I've seen a lot of famous people, but actually sat down with and talked to, I'd probably say Gerard Butler was probably the most famous. Oh, Kate Moss. That's a good one. She was amazing. Diana said, when did you start using makeup? It was definitely when I was in school, secondary school. So actually it probably was at the end of primary school, you know. I think it was maybe like year 5, year 6. And I remember just wearing clear nail polish on my nails. We wasn't allowed to wear anything on our nails, so I had clear nail polish on, and I had to try and explain to my teacher that my nails are just naturally that shiny because I buffed them so much, and clear mascara because we wasn't allowed to wear any makeup. So I remember putting clear mascara on my lashes, because even then I was obsessed with making my lashes look good. So I had my eyelash curlers and my clear mascara. Kelsey said, how old were you when you started putting on makeup? just answered that one. And the second question was, if you could go anywhere in Wales right now, where would you go? Now, Kelsey is actually sisters with one of my really close friends, Claire. So I would probably come around your house and just chill with you guys, because seeing you at the wedding was so lovely. So yeah, I'd probably just take a road trip and come and see you. Beauty Risk said, for the Q&A, who are your inspiration? Maybe famous people or other bloggers. I mean, I have so many blogging friends that I'm so proud of, and they give me so much inspiration day to day on what I should be doing on my platforms and how incredibly girl boss they are. They are absolutely smashing it. And then when it comes to famous people, I mean, I get inspiration from girl bosses. I feel like Victoria Beckham, and you know what, the Kardashians, to be fair, because they have built an empire. They are such amazing businesswomen, and that is what inspires me. To be able to build your own business is a really big thing, so the fact that they've built an absolute empire I think is just incredible. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I see myself hopefully doing what I do now with YouTube. I see myself in a beautiful home with it filled with love and positivity, with a gorgeous little doggy, possibly married. Yeah, 5 years time I could be married, and hopefully I'm successful. I hope that Beauty's big sister gets bigger and better. I hope that my little sisters keep growing, and hopefully on TV presenting. I mean, that's my end goal, so hopefully that will happen. This has been so much fun. I've absolutely loved doing this Q&A, so I really hope you've enjoyed it too. Thank you so much if you sent in your question. It really means the world. Let me know if you want me to do more videos like this, because I just love to sit down and chat with you guys. Please let me know what you've been up to this week and how you are in the comments. If you haven't subscribed already to my channel, then please do, and like this video below if you do enjoy these types of videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!